Hello, today's video will consist of upgrading the headlights for HID headlights on the 1999 Pontiac Trans Am. The biggest reason for upgrading is the amount of light produced by the HIDs are far superior to that of stock. Unfortunately, on the Trans Am you have to replace the housing as well. This procedure is similar to that of the Camaro minus the housing having to be replaced. So first thing we do is remove the cover to the headlight motor. And now we can rotate it by hand so it opens up the headlight. And now we can remove the 3 screws holding the headlight bezel on. We will need a T15 Torx bit so we can remove the remaining 4 screws. All you need to do is loosen the upper 2 screws and remove the lower 2 screws. And lastly, we could just disconnect the headlight connection. And this is the HID kit that we will be installing on this car. Included in this kit are the 2 bulbs and the 2 ballasts. And we also had to purchase the housing as well separately. And this is the original connection to the headlight. You can do this install one of 2 ways. You can either cut the wires if you don't mind cutting the original wires and splice them to these 2 wires. But at all costs, avoid doing stuff like this. This is the type of wiring you want to avoid seeing on the car. Connections like this or soldering with heat shrink tubing on top is a lot better. Or the second method, which is the way I will be showing you in this video. First thing we do is remove the clip which locks in the wires. And for that we just pull the clip straight out. And now to slide out the original wires from the connector. For this we use a little pick to bend in the tabs that lock in the wire. And you want to insert the little pick where the 2 arrows are. Once the locking tabs are bent in far enough, the wire will just slide right out. And these are the connectors that I'll be using on this install. These 2 wires do not need to be cut or spliced as they match the ones on the connector. And now you want to bend the locking tab back out. And these are rubber seals which make the connector waterproof. And you just slide them over the wire. and the wire should just snap right in. And that completes one end of the connector. And now we want to cut off these two connectors. And now we want to strip the wire a bit. And now to install the two pins for the connector. These pliers are specific to these type of terminals. And now you just crimp them onto the wire. The red wire will go connected to the brown wire in this case. And the black wire will match with the black wire. So just match the pins correctly. And they should just click right in. And this is how the housing and the bulb assembly will go. And now to install the whole assembly into the car. And now make sure everything's connected. And you can now test to make sure it works. And repeat the same procedure on the other side. I use double-sided tape on the battery so I can mount it to the frame. You just want to make sure that it's out of the way of the headlight operation. And lastly, just reinstall everything else. And as you can see, the light output is much better. And this was before, as you can see a big difference. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and or consider subscribing.